Don't push your luck. So I've done with the garden. I'll go to the lounge. Second floor. Third door on the right. This must be the room where the photograph was taken. Psst. Hey, Falcon, did you see that? See what? That housemaid totally just did something shifty. Shifty? I think she just pocketed something from that drawer. You should totally call her out on it. Excuse me, mademoiselle? Ah. Yes? Are you two policemen? No, we're private attorneys. My name's JJ Falcon. And I'm Sparrowson. Oh, how rude of me. My name is Colleen Duhout. So, what can I help you, messieurs, with today? We're investigating the murder that took place last week. Do you mind if we ask you a couple of questions? That's fine. Let me just grab a chair. That's better. What was it you wanted to ask? Okay, there's only 2 questions I can ask, so... We're looking for the room where the photograph was taken prior to the incident. Would you happen to know whether this is the right room? Oh yes, you're in the right place. I saw the photography session for myself. Let's see. The cameraman was standing just about where you were standing actually, Monsieur Falcon. And where was the camera pointed? Right at the clock above the mantelpiece. The Baron insisted on using that very location. Now that I'm looking at it, something isn't right about that clock. I know, the painting on it actually totally clashes with the decor. I was thinking more along more obvious lines. The clock has no hands. Oh, that clock has never had hands on in all the years I've worked here. I think Baron Rodrill just keeps it around as a conversational piece. Well, we're conversing about it, so I guess it's working. It's a peculiar detail though. I'll make a note of it. Missing clock hands have been added to the evidence folder. Is there something else you wanted to ask? Is there something we should know? You were a little nervous when we came in. You thought we were police officers. Is there something we ought to know? Anything you need to confess? No. I suppose I'm just a little nervous after all the drama of last week. I do need to get all the details. I need to find out who's done this. Are you sure there isn't anything you're hiding? It's okay, tell us. We're defense attorneys. That means we help people get away with criminal acts. Right, and... Wait, what? No, that's not an accurate job description, Sparrowson. It isn't? Oh, what do we do then? I'll tell you later. Honestly, messieurs, I have nothing to hide. Was there something else you wanted to ask? That's all. No further questions. Thank you, Mademoiselle. You've been a huge help. It's no problem, messieurs. Actually, there is something. I know you two saw me stealing. As you came in, I appreciate that you didn't give me the 3rd degree about it. I thought I did. You see, I'm trying to save up to follow my dreams and, well, never mind. I'm rambling. It's no problem, mademoiselle. To be honest, we have a much larger crime to worry about. Although, I should probably ask, I don't suppose you've been stealing anything else? Silverware, perhaps? Ah, you know about that. Yeah, I suppose that was me. It started with a couple of teaspoons. I didn't think the Baron would miss those. But, well, yeah. I suppose the habit got a little away from me. That's one mystery solved at least. I would appreciate it if you didn't tell the Baron. He's been really kind, and I would hate to break his trust. You kind of already have broken his trust. I see. So where to next, Big Bird? The last room. I can go back to the others, but I don't need to. Main hall. Did you messieurs have a good look around? I trust everything was in order. We had a good look, thank you, Baron. But we actually have some questions for you. Please, ask away. I have nothing to hide. Baron Roguel, I would like to ask about your activities on the night of the murder. Oh, huh. Am I in trouble? Not yet, but who knows? I'm just going to click randomly. No, nothing like that. We're just gathering the full picture. I see. Well, let me think. The guests arrived at 5 o'clock and we all sat down for dinner in this very hall at 6. That part went magnificently. The photographer arrived at 7 o'clock, but it wasn't until 7:30 that we had our picture taken. My housemaid discovered the crime scene soon after that. I see. Is there something else I can help you, messieurs, with? I'm gonna tell him. We met your housemaid, Colleen Dewhart. She's a cautious young lady, isn't she? Ooh. Should I tell him or not? We should ask him about the clock. I wish we could. She is stealing from him, and we are lawyers to get to the truth, so I'm going to tell him. Actually, we feel obliged to tell you that she has something of a thieving habit. I know. You know? Of course I know. When the silverware goes missing in a house occupied by 2 people, it doesn't take a world-class detective to solve the mystery. That's fair. Then why haven't you informed the police? This may surprise you, Monsieur Falcon, but I am actually not a ruthless money-grabbing bourgeois. A housemaid steals 100 francs of silver from me, a mere drop in the bucket for a man of my stature. What of it? That's a good attitude to have, but he should approach her and talk to her about it, though, I reckon. I feel no need to ruin the poor girl's life over something so small and petty. I see. I apologise, Baron. I didn't mean to pry. That's quite alright. Did you two want to ask something else? I do. I want to ask about the clock in its hands, but I guess we'll be leaving. I think that will be all, Baron. Thank you very much for your time. It was a pleasure. Have a delightful day, messieurs. Did you get all the information you needed, Falcon? I hope so. Don't worry. If everything goes wrong in the trial, we could always just wing it. Sparrowson with the puns. Terrible. Just terrible. Let's head back to the office and get some rest. I need a drink. And I'm back. Studio de Robinho. So this is the studio of the famous photographer, shall we knock? Wait, there's a note on the door. Ahem. The magnificent and marvellous artist Monsieur Robitio and de Robinio is currently out on an artistic expedition. He shall return when his muse sees fit. When his muse sees fit? What does that even mean? I think it means that he is a pretentious bird brain, but in any case, the artist seems to be out. What shall we do now? We shall knock anyway. We should knock anyway. Alright, I don't see the arm. Nope, it doesn't look like he's in, Falcon. Ooh, this is getting a bit... It's only a game, I'm gonna do it. We should break in. What? Are you serious? Maybe. Monsieur JJ Falcon, I would have thought that a man of justice like yourself would be against such reckless displays of unlawful barbarism. You're right, I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me. It's a brilliant suggestion. Stand back. I'm barging the door down. Wait, just like that? Shouldn't we discuss this first? What in bird Jesus' name was that? You said you wanted to break in. I thought we could find an open window. I didn't think you would turn into a bird-sized cannonball. Well, now we're here, we ought to make the most of it. This place is quite something. It's very swanky. I was going to say ostentatious. That's just swanky talk for swanky. We don't have time for this. The sound of a door being smashed in could be drawing unwanted attention. We should find anything that may help our case and get out. Select an area to examine. I think I need to turn the music down a bit. It was starting to get a bit loud. A chandelier. You should get one of those for your office. For the office. I don't have the money for that sort of luxury. I see paints, inks and dyes. I'm not quite sure what the clear liquid in this bottle is. I could taste test it. You could. But we don't have time for a hospital visit right now, so let's not. Yeah. I see a Borgios Tigris in profile. Hard to read. I see a finely dressed dandy fellow upon a horse. A beautiful picture of Paris skyline. Given the angle, this must have been taken from Notre Dame Cathedral itself. This appears to be a photograph of a ladder, symbolic of climbing towards success perhaps. It looks more like a step ladder to me. Oh no, we're not getting into that old argument. I've cleared everything this side of the room. A butterfly, or maybe a moth. It's difficult to tell in black and white. This is photographed castle somewhere in the countryside. You know, I once had an uncle who once fell off a castle rampart while on guard duty. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Did he die? No, he got demoted. Terrible. Yes, terrible. A lighthouse. A lighthouse? No, wait. It's a man in a top hat, actually. If I squint and turn my head sideways. Okay. It's a black smudge, Falcon. Okay. This is a tiny photograph of what appears to be a jail cell. That reminds me, how illegal is this? You know, breaking and entering, rifling through a person's belongings. We're not stealing anything. We're just investigating. It is still illegal though. Well, it's illegal, yes, but we're trying to solve a murder case, so it's forgivable. That's why I was looking at it. Oh, ho. So you're saying that a small act of evil is justifiable if it results in a greater good? If it results in a greater good? Don't put words in my beak. This is a picture of a fence. It's a fancy photograph. It leaves the viewer defenseless. Out of all the pictures here, I would pick it as my favourite. Okay, I'm done. No more fence puns. One more picture. A picture of a sailing ship on a windy day. Okay. Last one in this room. Hey, Falcon, look. What? It's just an easel. No, look at what's on the easel. Oh wow, this must be a copy of the photograph from the evening of the murder. Why was the maid in the picture? There's no question about it. I see a housemaid, Dame Cataline, and I think that's Signor Pertia Cataline's father. Why would the housemaid be in the photo though? Doesn't make sense. So what shall we do? Do we just take this? If we take it, we're stealing. If we leave it, and it becomes a big part of the evidence, he could easily get rid of it. I think, yeah, I've got to take it. We've come this far, we may as well borrow it. Is there anything else we need to do here? I don't believe so. No, that's it. I think we're done snooping. Let's get out of here before we draw further attention to ourselves. Sounds good to me. Uh-oh. Oh, Monsieur. Robinho. What happened to my door? I can't tell him the truth. I can't tell him that we're investigating and broke into his door to find evidence. Some kids did it, little weasel types. We saw them. Yeah, weasels. They were all like, let's break into this art guy's house. And we were like, no, weasels, you cannot do that because that would be illegal. And then they were like, we chased them off. That's the important thing. Well, thank you, I suppose. Let's make a move. Trial day is approaching fast. Right, let's go. It may have been better to tell him the truth. But I can't see that working out any good either. Falcon and Sparrowsman stand inside the marble portico of the Palais de Justice, awaiting the opening of the Tribunal de Gran instance. Are you nervous, Falcon? Yeah. Nope. We've got this case in the bag. Look at my feathers, see? Totally unruffled. Wow, well, at least one of us is feeling confident. Well, I'm not feeling confident at all. I have no idea where this is going to go. Monsieur Falcon, Petit Sparrowson. Is there anything you need me to do? No, we've got a handle on things. Falcon was just telling me how confident he was feeling about the case. That's wonderful. I just know you two will pull through. Let's move it along, fellas. I'll be watching from inside. Do your best for me, Monsieur Falcon. We will. Beside the fact we have no idea of what's going on. Are we ready? Yeah, we're ready. Alright, settle down everyone. Settle down. Is everybody here? JJ Falcon present. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Rupert Rabington present. The ready is prosecution, Your Honor. Mix the two words together. Around. Done. That's not it. Oh gosh, where are my notes? Ha, I knew it. Knew what? Rupert and I went to Paris Law School together. He was in all of my classes. Oh, was he smart? No, he always scored the second worst marks in the class. Let me guess who scored the worst. Named Sparrowson, maybe? I can only assume that he bumbled through the final exams on the luck of his two rabbit's feet. Unless he's improved considerably, you might already have this trial in the bag. That's good to know. But say, Sparrowson, if Rupert scored the second lowest marks in the class, then who scored the lowest? I choose to exercise my right to not self-incriminate. Yep. Here it is. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Are the jury all present? All present and accounted for, Your Honor. Hey, Falcon, I thought there were only 6 members of the jury for cases like this. Why do I count 8? Oh, those 2 birds with the funny hats are assessors, the associate judges. Are those 2? Okay. Everything seems to be order. So let us begin. The court is now in session for the trial of Dame Cadeline Demera. Prosecution, please call your first witness to the stand. Oh gosh, are we there already? Okay, I choose to call the officer in charge of the murder investigation. Inspector Volity, the witness stand. Inspector Volity, please approach the stand and recite the oath. As you will, Your Honor. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Monsieur, no, Inspector, please state your, name and occupation for the record. My name is Inspector Jonesy Volity. I am a servant to the law, a scourge of the gutter rats that plague this city. I have enforced the law for over 20 years, and I shall continue until I bring the infamous Viridian killer to justice. My path begins 18 years ago. Let's stick to the questions, Inspector. Of course, Your Honor. Oh, great. I was hoping we could have one of those bumbling, cuddly officers, but instead we're stuck with lawful goody two-shoes. I bet this guy would turn in his own mother for if he saw her littering. Thinking about it now, I should have told the truth to the painter, because now I can't use the picture anyway. So, Inspector, is it true that you are the lead investigator in this case? That is correct. I was also among the first to arrive at the scene of the crime. Then perhaps you can walk us through what you witnessed upon your arrival. Absolutely. Just after 7:30, we were alerted and brought to the scene by the housemaid of Baron Roguel. At the scene of the crime, we found Dame Cataline Demure. She was standing over the corpse of Monsieur Grenouille with his blood on her paws. That doesn't usually point to the murder of the accomplice or the murderer. Well, that sounds like an open and shut case in my humble opinion. No more questions, Your Honour. But bloody paws? Nobody told me that detail. Keep it together, Falcon. You're about to be given the opportunity to cross-examine the witness. That's your opportunity to find flaws in the inspector's testimony. Of course, I knew this. You may begin your cross-examination, Monsieur Falcon. Cross-examine the witness to find flaws in his testimony. Select a key phrase that you find suspicious and Falcon will press the witness for information. Ask the right questions to bring the truth to light. Avoid pressing for pointless details. The judge and jury don't like having their time wasted. Select a statement to question. We were alerted and brought to the scene by the housemaid. Yes, it was the housemaid that first saw it, that we've gathered. Of Baron Roguel. At the scene of the crime we found Dame Cataline. She was standing over the sliced open corpse, yes, of Monsieur Grenouille with blood on her paws. Inspector, you say Dame Cataline had blood on her paws? Correct. Blood clung to her fur like guilt of a convict. Whose blood was it? How much blood was there? How much blood was there on the lady's paws, Inspector? Enough for it to be clear that she had dirtied her hands on the victim's body. We noticed blood under the suspect's nails around her fingertips and even a little around her mouth. Her mouth? How vile. The inspector's answers seem pretty definitive. Do you have another question about the blood on Dame Cataline's paws? Yes. Whose blood was it? Whose blood was it? Huh? What a question. It was Monsieur Grenouille's, of course. How can you be sure? Be so sure? I object. This line of questioning is absurd. There was only one murder victim that night, Falcon. The blood on Dame Cataline's paws could have only belonged to one person, Monsieur Grenouille. Judge, Falcon's trying to delay the trial by asking pointless questions. I'm afraid the prosecution may have a point, Monsieur Falcon. Do you have any reason to suspect that the blood belonged to someone other than Monsieur Grenouille? I do not. I do not, Your Honor. Wait, Falcon, you're onto something. I am? Yes, I can sense it. Look through the evidence. Maybe there is something there that can give you a clue. I'm not sure where this is going, but I'll try anyway. Alright, let's try it again. Monsieur Falcon, do you have a reason to suspect that the blood on Dame Cataline's paws did not belong to Monsieur Grenouille? I do, actually. I do, Your Honour. Actually, I have more than suspicion. I have evidence that the blood on Dame Cataline's paws has had nothing to do with the murder. This is foolish, time-wasting, Falcon. If the blood on Dame Cataline's paws didn't come from the victim, then where did the blood come from? On the evening of the murder, Dame Cataline ate a bloody rare steak. Is this true, Monsieur Rabbington? Well, in a matter of, speaking, I suppose steak may have been on the, menu. Then, Inspector, would you acknowledge the possibility that the blood on the lady's paws did not belong to the victim, but to the steak? Well, wait, don't, answer the Inspector.